I'm finna cut her up. I do want because it's Saturday.
Well,
Wait
good
a
morning,
minute.
good morning, good morning, and happy Saturday, Facebook, Instagram, let's see, LinkedIn, YouTube, all of the
I think
things.
you the
Hello, YouTube, okay? Good morning, team, good morning, team, and good morning. Happy Saturday. How's everybody? As always, we hope that this video finds you guys doing well. We'll be looking for your comments because I need you to recognize that this here pink is representative of Attorney Willis. We finna get in some of the weeds, not all of the weeds, but some of the weeds. Okay, we'll see where we end up. We always have a plan of where we're going to go. But with these ladies that I'm here with today, honey, it can detour quickly. It can detour and derail quite quickly. So before we get started, let me allow my guests and my co-host to come on and introduce themselves. We're gonna start with Leanne Dulce over there. Go on, PNP. Go on, PNP. Tell the people who you are.
Hello, everybody. Leanne Dulce, self-care strategist, and your chief self-love officer over at Wake Up Happy Sis. And I'm happy to be here today.
All right, all right. Wake up, happy sis.
Oh,
Yes,
and also,
yes.
right, and also the host of the Wake Up Happy Sis morning show on KCCR Cityscape Radio.
All
Amen.
right. And then she is, oh, ooh, honey, she is getting her
Did she
Tina
flip the
Turner
hair?
ready for y'all. She getting her Tina Turner ready for you. Come
Y'all
on,
know her.
Dr. P. Tell the people who you are.
Hey y'all, I'm Paulette. I'm Dr. P. You know what? That sounds like a
I'm not fooling
na
with
na
you.
na
I'm
na.
not
Cause I feel like
fooling
we finna
with
fight.
you.
She's
Okay.
trying to nuck if you buck.
Nook if you buck. Nook
Baby,
if you
no,
buck.
give you but come
Nook,
on
nook, nook,
now,
nook,
come
nook,
on.
nook. You buck. Hey. Okay. So I'm the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide, brownstoneworldwide.com, Brownstone Living Magazine, and Cityscape Radio. Whoo,
Listen,
child. That's a lot.
Moo Child, we in there today. So I am the Nicole Johnson, founder of Girl Your Money Matters, which is affectionately known as the gym, where we have all sorts of exercises to help you get financially fit. I teach women to define and achieve their goal of financial freedom so that they can begin to live life on their own terms. And so I was with my personal and private community this morning, and I brought up Attorney Willis, so I had to go grab the pink in representation of her and what she is doing. And listen, we're gonna talk a little bit about the facts of the case and give some personal opinions. However, however, my focus with my community was the unapologetic hunger for success. She was gonna tell her story.
That part.
She was not
Period.
going to let you label her as X when it was one, two, and three.
Yeah.
When she told Your Honor, let me say that, let me repeat that. She said, Your Honor, I believe my answers require an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to explain that so that the story is depicted correctly because she lied. Your
Yep.
Honor. Very respectful. Okay. Her unapologetic hunger to be successful and telling her story is the focus. But we're going to
Yeah.
talk about a little bit of things. We're going to talk about a few things because something that we were discussing before we came live as the panel is sad that when I say yes and continue speaking, I'm labeled angry Black woman, bitter, all of these negative connotations
Mm-hmm.
when I'm simply making a statement so that I can be heard and understood. Can
Yep.
we agree on that, ladies? We need
Yep.
to
We
be
can agree.
heard and
Or when
understood.
you're or when you're just being assertive and defending yourself. Everyone else gets the opportunity to defend themselves without getting a label as Black women do, because we are not I'm not here to be your little friend at work, right? Because I choose to keep my personal life. I am somewhat angry, hostile, because I don't allow you to just be in my business.
Correct.
I'm not required to be at work and be friends with you. What I'm required to do is come here, do
Do my
this job
job.
to the best of my ability, and then take my black ass home to my
Yeah.
family and to my personal life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you maintain that distance, and Kimberly Davis over here on Facebook says she was definitely poised and direct. And so I was recently talking to someone, and he asked me, he said, what's something that people misunderstand about you? And I said that my assertiveness is taken as aggression.
Yes.
And then I constantly saying, that's not what I meant. That may be how you took it. Now I'm combative. And it's a constant fight that Black women have had for years.
No,
For
that ain't no
Mhm.
years.
fight.
But let
That's
me
that's
tell
the
you,
lie they told. That's the lie
oh
they
yeah, absolutely. And you're fighting to defend yourself against that lie. But when
Yeah.
let me tell you, I have not watched all of her testimony. Let me tell you from the legal side of myself. I plan on using this whole thing as a case study. I plan on sitting watching her testimony and actually taking notes because it's a case study for me, just my own
Yeah.
personal thought, right? I like to
Definitely.
study my craft and be more informed. And I need to be actually with pen and paper in hand so I can take some notes, right? But I'm gonna tell you how the lady, I don't even want to call her really an attorney because she was anyway, that lady that was questioning her. That's just how that lady, that's how I'm gonna leave that. That lady, she said, how did you know you were next up? She said, because it's what makes sense. Oh, were you listening? Ma'am, I just told you it's what made sense.
Right.
She's letting you know, baby, I'm not the average individual. I put
Yeah.
together witness lists too. And if you have this person, this person, this person, it only makes sense that I'm next in line. Oh, were you listening? She said, no, I was pacing. I couldn't wait to get in here. I was like, ooh, child, where my pinky? Because I'm going to sit next to my sister. I don't care what the outcome is. I don't care what she did. Hey, nephew. I don't care about all of that. I want us to
Hmm.
talk about.
He did not.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
I
did.
love it. That's my nephew back in the back, y'all. He said, hey, girl. I really want to talk about how she was determined, how that determination looked, and because she was unapologetic in what she was going to say,
Mhm.
because she realizes that everything that's said in her testimony is going to be dissected, trisected, put under a microscope. So she said, you, I'm not just answering. So let me ask you both this, because this has happened to me on many occasions where somebody will ask you a question and yes or no is not a full and accurate response. Would you agree?
Right. Yes.
Yep.
Right?
It
That there's,
depends. It depends. Let me say
it
that. It
depends,
depends.
that there is sometimes there's more context
Yes.
that's needed, right?
Yes.
And so Paulette, when you have that scenario, in considering the circumstances that she's in, would you have been adamant the same way she was?
Absolutely. Yep. I sure would have. They would have been sick of
Definitely.
me. They would have been
Meaning,
sick of me.
that's
They'd been
right.
like, we didn't ask you for all that, but I'm giving it to you anyway. I'm
It,
giving it to you anyway. Right? That's that because even though you didn't ask for it, you asked for it.
Well, the
come on
context.
now, that
Well,
part.
right. Because the context is important.
It is absolutely important.
Exactly.
You guys try to take little pieces of things and reframe it into whatever your narrative is, but
Exactly.
your narrative is not the narrative. So I'm going to give you the narrative so that
That
you
is
have it correctly, because what you're saying is
right.
wrong. She said that multiple
Correct.
times. No, what you're saying is wrong.
Yep.
I
This
Period.
love
is
it.
what happened. This is the order of things.
I
Yep.
love it. And when she was explaining about, so they were, you've been friends with this woman for over 30 years. She said, no, I
No.
would not call her a friend. We partied in college. Now I can go back in the Rolodex and yes, I say the Rolodex. It's a bunch of people I partied with in college, but that didn't make us friends.
Yeah.
That's
We
right.
just happen to be in the same circle. That didn't make us friends. So
Right.
don't sit here trying to make it like, oh, we friends. No, ma'am. We were not. And we partied in college. We hung
And the
out
thing
with the
is,
same people.
and I hate to do that, y'all, but I'm moving around. But this was such an important conversation. I think she was very clear, and especially after old girl, because they call it the Yurdi condo now.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's important to identify is that clearly they were not friends. Because I'm gonna tell you something, my friends, I'm gonna have your back, your front, your side, your top,
Baby, say that one more time.
your
Hold
bottom.
on, hold on, hold on.
Right?
Say it again.
I wish I would let somebody
Let me
defame, belittle, or anything of the sort of whom I call friends. I wouldn't dare do it.
That's right.
I wouldn't open. I don't
That's
care. We're gonna ride or die because we ride or die, right? And that's just it. But clearly, this sister had her dates wrong because the evidence shows X, Y, and Z. I can't find the keys, y'all. So
We're gonna need you to find them keys, man.
well,
they gonna
yeah,
turn up. You can't find them because you're looking for them. So that's all. That's how that rock and roll.
yeah.
But
Well,
and that is that's a super valid point. Girl code 101. Keep
that's
your
it.
damn
That's
mouth
what I'm
shut.
saying.
Keep
Keep
your
your mouth
mouth
closed.
shut.
If I'm
Keep your
down for you,
mouth shut. Right. I'm not here to defame you. Right. I'm not here to tell the secrets that go on behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, mind you, there are going to be some
I
times
could.
legally I've got to tell what happened. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
when it did y'all hang out? Yes. That's when I ain't giving you no context.
Right.
You
That's it.
understand me? You asked me, did we hang out? We did. What y'all
Yep.
do? Oh, a lot of stuff.
A
We
lot.
went to
And that would have
we
been
went to
it.
the grocery store. We went to the library.
And that would have been it.
Hello. Oh, yeah,
That's
I spent Christmas dinners at her house. She came to mine for Thanksgiving.
that's
You
it.
gonna have to
And
you gonna
you
have
wouldn't
and
even
you on
got
a
that.
fishing
No.
But if
expedition?
you're not right, but if you're not friends like that, there's even less to tell because we hung
Exactly.
out in college. I'd
Right.
see her around, but we never really hung out or did anything after that because y'all
We were
weren't
not
friends.
personal.
You
You
know,
understand? Let me give you a real good example.
come on
There was
now.
a point in time when Wildin' Out with Nick Cannon went off the air, and the producers, the executives, they were fishing for
Mm,
someone to replace Nick Cannon on Wildin' Out,
yeah.
Yep.
right? And I
They
remember
thought they
this
found
young man.
somebody.
I don't even remember I don't even remember who the comedian was, but he was like, "Hold up, Nick Cannon, my boy, and
I'm not
y'all
doing
talking a lot of money, but that's my boy.
it.
It's
Right.
loyalty in these here streets.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna
Yep.
pass." I remember him saying it, and that stood out so crystal clear that it reminded me that so many times we fight within ourselves and against each other. We don't have to worry about outside forces getting us because we tearing each other down from the inside. All they
Correct.
got to
Yep.
do is sit back and watch.
Yep.
That's
But
it.
Miss Willis, when I tell you the absolute epitome of an unapologetic hunger for success, because her voice needed to be heard and
Yeah.
she needed to give an accurate depiction of her story.
Yep.
Because when
Yes.
you allow other people, and we say this all the time I
Say this
remember when
all
we
the
first
time.
started on the brownstone.
Yeah.
If in 50 years, in 80 years, 100 years, if our story is still being told and written
Not in.
incorrectly, it is now our fault because we have the ability and the authority.
Huh?
I raised my voice on that part, and the authority to change our own narrative.
Well, we have to. Yeah, we have to look. That's the whole point of my anthology is us telling our stories and stop letting someone else dictate what we can share, when we can share, how we can share it, and how we can go about our own healing. And what I
Right.
applaud her for, what is her taking that stance. You will not get out here and lie on my name. You will not try to put me on trial when this trial ain't even about me. I'm not on trial.
Right.
Y'all going at me real hard, and I'm not the one on trial here.
Right.
And
Right.
that's what we want.
Again,
And
this is
let me
nothing
also be
but
clear on another
this
thing.
is this is simply a distraction.
That's all
It
it is.
is, period. And
Yep.
she knows, and she's like, what you're not going to do with this is tell my story incorrectly and
Can't
make me
find it.
appear something that I am not.
That's
And
right.
she made it
And
very
then
clear.
let me do this. My cousin, all the way from Chicago. Hey, Miss Linda Franklin Black, I love you. I just want to thank you guys for joining us, and your comments and participation are extremely important. So wherever you're tuning in from, go ahead and share with us your comments, your opinions, because we are watching. Our platform is done by us, but it's for all of us. Right? It is for all of us. I want you guys to know that it is important that you put your feedback in, but I want you to understand we're not trying to defend her actions, right? We're not. Listen, if the president of the US of A can run around boasting that he grabbed him in the money,
Right.
baby, don't bring none of this mess in front of me as far as I'm concerned. Okay, he got holes trampling through the White House, is now the whole house. Okay, don't do that. But you all are so focused on her because one, you want to take away the focus from him.
Of
He
course.
is the focus. Let's be clear on what the focus should be and what with politics and all these other folks in the news media, what you're doing. You're trying to attack, belittle this black woman.
That's
And
right.
honey, I don't care whether she was right,
That's
wrong, or
right.
indifferent. We gonna stand
This
united
is not good.
because y'all been right, wrong, and indifferent for centuries. Let's be clear about that. But I
Well, I mean,
want you
not
guys
just
to
that,
know.
y'all. Not just that. I really think that the whole situation is they were in the car. The whole situation is this is a distraction to thwart off enough time where this man can get back in office. That's it. Y'all need to understand that that's the strategy. If we can keep them distracted long enough on this here case, they don't have enough evidence to do what they're trying to do. This is about nothing else except making sure that they stall. This is a stall tactic, y'all. And they think
Absolutely.
that the American people are stupid enough to fall for it. What's even more disgusting is the amount of taxpayers' dollars in the city of Atlanta are being wasted, and federal monies as well, on this fucking case. But we stupid. We stupid. We're supposed to believe
Here's the
all of
thing.
that.
When they bring it into the court system, it's got to play out,
Right.
right? It's got to play out. But there were ways to have handled this behind closed doors.
Right.
Do you know how many presidents, senators, mayors, governors, other elected officials have had their mess
Yep.
handled behind closed doors? This could have been done the exact same way.
Right.
But instead, as one of our viewers said, Kimberly Davis says, this is an actual witch hunt.
Yeah.
Of
This
And
is
it's
a
course, it
witch
always
hunt.
is.
See,
y'all have
actually, Donald Trump is getting it from left, right, top, bottom. He got it in New York. He got it in Georgia. We waiting on what comes out about the January 6th riot on the White House. Now you know darn well. Now let's just okay. Come on, I'm finna tell it from the west side, south side of the Chicago. Okay, had Barack Obama been
Yep. Oh, he'd have
involved
been gone.
with an attack on the White
Oh,
House,
baby,
he'd have
come
been
on.
under the jail cell by now, and
Oh
it
yeah.
wouldn't have
Period.
taken all this different time. If he
Period. We
if that
already know
had been
that.
him, not
Yep. It'd have
only
been done.
would it have
It'd
been
have been done.
fast, quick, and swift, he'd have still been under the jailhouse if they could have
Period.
gotten away with it.
Oh, of course. Of course. We
Yep.
already know that. We already know that, right? We know the system is built against us, and they use it staunchly against us. We know that, right? So
Yeah.
how are we going to move differently knowing this? That's the only point. And I have to jump off, y'all, but
Yeah, I do
I gotta
too.
get
But
I
it's
gotta get to class. But
Well, ladies, you guys go ahead. I want to talk to the audience a little bit more. I'm so
yeah,
glad you guys jumped in here on this platform with me.
yes,
I
of
love it.
course.
Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Y'all see y'all go ahead. So
Bye.
listen, what I want to continue on with, and I love when my guest hosts come on with me. It's always great interaction. But I want to focus on this. I want you guys to understand, and this is for my community members. We've been going through the 21-day financial fast by Michelle Singletary. It is an excellent resource on focusing on your goals, focusing on your money mindset. Okay, it is an excellent resource. But here's what I love about Miss Willis. So if you know me, you know I don't even like pink. This is the only pink in the closet. Okay, it's the only pink in the closet. However, in honor of her, the level of conviction, her unapologetic hunger for success, to be able to speak her own story. She knows that her career is on the line, her reputation is on the line, and we're gonna leave it there because I don't know what else they're trying to do. But she was so determined that that prosecutor, that whatever they call this woman, not even the judge, was going to get in her way of her giving her responses to help give a clear depiction. Because sometimes you can answer the question yes, you can answer it no, and then you leave the people who have to make a determination about you to guess and wonder and assume. She was not going to do that. She was like, Your Honor, she lies. So my answers have to have context. So the judge, and I'm listening to him tell her, you might want to lead the witness in your questioning because what you're doing now is not getting you anywhere. She said he told her, you redirect, you redo, because she clearly is going to continue on the path that she's on. This is how you need to be when you fight for your money mindset. When you say, I'm going to save, when you say, I'm going to pay off this debt, and then those distractions come along to try to pull you away from it, this is how you need to go after it because this is your future. These are your goals. Over in the gym, here on Facebook, we stay talking about how do I reach this goal? How do I crush it? And then how do I get to the next level after that? Because once you reach one plateau of your goals, it's always time to move to something else. But I want you all, if you've not seen all of her testimony, because I plan on watching her testimony and her father's. Okay. I plan on case studying this whole process that's following her. Remember, distractions are going to come. They are going to try their best to knock you off of whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Do not let it happen. This is, let me tell you, somebody said that stand firm on your truth. Absolutely. But let me tell you what I want. Here's what I want you to do. Kimberly Beck says, another awesome anthology, awesome analogy. Yes. Let me tell you what. There was a time where we heard the video of a young man hollering, I stand on business. I stand on business. This, you got to stand on business when it comes to your goals. And you need to go after it with a hunger that is so tight that your kids, your husband, your loved ones, your friends, even your circumstances will not keep you off guard. That's deep right there. That is deep right there. It's a lot. And it's a lot to absolutely go after it, right? Listen, some of you, I've told you need to cut those expenses. You can't be doing Taco Tuesday every Tuesday. And though that might seem like a little thing, I promise you, if you start looking at your bank statement, you'll see it's not a little thing. Because when you go out on Taco Tuesday, it ain't just tacos you order. You done had about 4 or 5 margaritas, and they ain't cheap no more. They unless you hitting a $2 happy hour, and even still, do you need to do that every week? Because over time, you could over time maybe, and this is why people don't get it. It's $5 here, it's $5 there, five. All them things add up. If you put that five extra on your bills, as you instead of it taking out of your account, you can start paying off your debt. That's right, Miss Linda. Got to stay focused on them goals. Listen, I remember when my cousin Linda was working when she first started at her job where she is now. That ain't none of our business for me to be telling. But I remember when she started, and it's 30 plus years later, she's still there. I was like, now see, that is a woman who has laid out a plan. She knew exactly what she was going to do, where this company was going to take her, and what she was going to get out of it. And she's still there. Her retirement plan, all of this is in place. This is something that younger people don't learn, right? And there's nobody there to be an example. I knew my could, 40 years, 40 years, baby. And a whole lot of people that can say that. And through the ups and the downs, the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, the supervisor who don't know her head from the hole in the wall that we looking at, the new people who come through here and don't do their job, she's still going strong. But now she has paid her dues and she put in her paperwork anytime. That's even a better feeling. Y'all play with me today. Y'all gonna mess around and find out. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all know what it really say. Y'all gonna mess around and find out. But 40 years in the game, listen, some folks don't know that. Okay. In May of this year, 15 years for me with federal government. When I came on board, I didn't always know that that's what it would be. Hey, delivery, can you join me on the yard? Can you join? Hey, who is that? Who is the delivery person trying to get up here on the stream? I didn't know that it would be 15 years. But now you can type your questions in the chat if you like. Go right ahead. But now that I do know, I got 5 years to be eligible for retirement. Now, my high three comes after being in there in that grade for a while. I already got it planned out. When can I put my paperwork in? Oh, I got a date. Well, see, Dr. Delivery, I don't know who you are. We don't just invite anybody to come up on the stage. So I don't know who you are. Tell me your name. Do we know each other? I love it that the audience wants to be that engaged that they want to just hop on the stream. I need a little bit more info. But again, you guys, I really appreciate you guys being here. I really wanted to get out a message to you about being unapologetic for your goals. When it comes to getting what it is you need, don't let anybody or anything or anyone distract you. And let me say this, as you reach new levels, as my pastor would say, they're going to be new devils. Okay? Right? Stay on course. And if you need help getting to the bottom line that you want to achieve, I want you to go over to Facebook and search The Gym, just the way it's spelled on the screen. Answer the entry questions and let's get to work. Dr. Delivery, will, you know what? Message me personally and then we'll set up another time. We'll set up another time. So I really want you guys to know that you're not, and you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to be on this journey by yourself, right? A community of people planning and execution are extremely important. And Kimberly, come on over to the gym, ma'am. I listen. Let me tell y'all something. All of us, every lady that you saw that was here and me, we all got a story. Every person who's in the forefront, who is leading the pack on what they do, they have a story about failure. Too many times people are too concerned about discussing their failures because they don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to feel the shame. But what they fail to realize is that when they failed, they got back up and they kept going, and then they failed again, and then they got back up. Cousin Linda, tell me this ain't in the Bible, because I know it is. It's not about how many times you fail. That's not what it is. If you fall down, it's that last time you get up, and then you go on and you be successful. And when you hit that level of success, now you have a testimony because somebody is going through the same test that you went through. And when you share the failures, because now I can tell you, so let me go on and get into mine. So I can tell you what it's like for my finances to not be in order. I can tell you what it's like to sit in bankruptcy court twice. I can tell you what it's like to be a single mother. I can tell you what it's like to have been divorced and have financial ruin. But I can also tell you that I got up from every last one of those things. And then I became a first-time homeowner with an interest rate that nobody understood. How this little black girl who was divorced, a single mother, whose income level was under the poverty line, how the hell she do that? Baby, don't worry about how. Don't worry about who made it possible, because he did. But I can sure enough get you on track to do it for yourself. So I'm not ashamed of the circumstances that happened to me. I am excited about the success that I accomplished in spite of the circumstances. Y'all need somebody in your corner like me. I'm just gonna tell you, I give myself my own accolades. But over in the gym, I have a community of people who I support so that they can be consistent. Kimberly, that's why you need to come on over. I have a whole community of people who come together. If Gina's still here, she'll tell you, I don't play about your success. I did not come to play. Do you see this up here in the corner? I came to help you win. Because the more that you win, the more we change the trajectory for our children who are coming after us, our children, our grandchildren, and so on and so forth. So that's my spiel. Don't be afraid. That's right. Get up and try again. But if you need some help, I want you to join me in the gym. Okay, just go to search Facebook and type in the gym, the way it's spelled right there on the screen. Come on over to the gym. Let's get it together. Because what we cannot do in 2024 is continue to look like 23, 22, 21, and so on and so forth. We can't keep having those same vicious cycles over and over and over again. All right. So I'm glad you guys spent a little bit of time today with me. Let me leave you with this. You have 1,440 minutes in the course of one day. I want you to take 60 minutes for yourself. Study your craft. Educate yourself about your finances. Study your budget. Look at where you need to cut things. Go and examine, but do not get stuck there. And if you need help, join us in the gym. I got you. All right. You guys have a happy Saturday. Remember, 60 minutes for you, because success moves at the speed of execution. So how fast do you want to see a difference in your money mindset and your goals? All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the Nicole Johnson, founder of Girl Your Money Matters, which is affectionately known as the gym, where we have all sorts of exercises to help you get financially fit. I'll see you guys around Facebook. Bye.